had a son. So the son would pick up some of the slack, right? And he would care for her, and he would nurture her, and he would make sure that she had food and clothing and a place to stay, as any good son or any good daughter would do. But now, the son is dead. And she probably has no hope, no understanding of what's going to happen to her, where she's going to go, what she's going to be doing to get through the rest of her life. Right? With that eternal pain in her heart, the loneliness, the sadness that is within her. So what does Jesus do? He has such great compassion, not only for her, but for all of us. He calls out to her and says, "Do not weep." And he goes to the bear, and he tells the son to arise. The son sits up and begins to speak, and he gives the son to his mother. And her tears of pain and agony and despondence and non-understanding and having no future have now turned to joy. Right? Joyful tears. And this is a little bit of a glimpse into the future, right? Where we have Jesus hanging on a tree, on the cross, and his own mother and family members and disciples are there at his feet or there nearby watching him die. Right? This is the same pain that this woman is feeling for her own son. The Mother of God will feel for him very soon. Right? We don't know when things happen, right? We think we know, we plan, we think we're going to do this today, and we're going to do that tomorrow, and this is all going to work out, and it's my plan, and I've got it, and I made a list, and I have it on my phone, and it's going to beep and tell me I have to go to the doctor's at 3 o'clock on Tuesday, or whatever it says. But we all know that we have to be a little bit flexible, right? Many people say, "Oh, I don't like change, I don't like what happens. I'm not sure, I just want things the way I want them." Well, that's where we have to offer a little bit of humility and compassion and love towards God, right? And just try to hand it over to him, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen. We're not sure what's going to happen. We may need to do great things. We may need to shift the timetable a little. We may need to stop and do something else. We may forget completely. Oh, I forgot to go to the doctor. But then, what will happen is, we don't know. Something will put us back on track. And if we look for those things in our life, don't obsess over them. We don't have to try to figure out every little God's little move, right? But if we just think about them and how God has placed us, even with compassion to help us, right? To raise us up, to put us on the right track and restore us.